Hi, my name is Sharon, and I need to process. And I've been feeling lonely lately, so I guess I'm videotaping myself doing it. Also, I process so quickly that sometimes I feel like I don't actually get everything. My mind is so all over the place. So it makes sense to record. Couple things about me. I am high. I like to be high because it helps the mask. It helps the slip. It helps it slip. Sometimes my hold on it, my grip on it is so tight that I can't take it off unless I'm high, even when I want to. But I will often be high if I continue to do this. So just know that. I'm an edible girl. So yeah, I'm gonna play Pikmin, the first one, because it's a great medium amount dissociating game. Just enough dissociating, but not too much, you know. So it is December. God, I should know this. I look at the date all day. 11th, 2025. And it's been difficult. Oh, one more thing I meant to mention. This is not a flattering angle. I am fully aware of that. And I'm embracing the discomfort of it because it's my face. And it's not what I want it to look like. And by that, I mostly mean weight. It's my face. I'm not going to change it. It's good enough. It serves the purpose. But that is definitely words. There's so much going on in my head, I can't think of words. It's something I'm aware of and I'm conscious of. There we go. That's the word. Oh God, this angle is awful. And it doesn't let you change it. That's right. Anywho, Pikmin. Yes, I know this is a neurodivergent disorder. Like, fully aware of this. So, I am neurospicy. I'm not officially diagnosed, but the signs are there. That's another good thing to know about me. I'm married to Brian. He is my husband, but I'm really actively trying to call him my partner more, and husband just slips out of my mouth and it's freaking annoying. Ooh, also, I swear. Especially when I'm emotional, so have fun. This is what it's like talking to me when I'm overwhelmed. I have so many things that I want to say that I interrupt myself to say it. I have to do a lot of backtracking to see where I started. Which means I know that I'm really difficult to talk to, especially when I'm overwhelmed. Anyway, but that's just generally how I am. I'm so stream of conscious, and obviously in my head I'm stream of conscious, but I'm also stream of conscious out loud, which also makes me hard to take because that can mean that I'm somewhat blunt. But I try not to be overly critical of people because I don't want people to be overly critical of me. I'm human. And that is a Sharon vent. Rampage? God, my head. And that's what it's like to be me. It's annoying. It's a lot. Ooh. Camera changed. Yes. It's a good thing I do not care about, like, how long it takes me to finish this. I'm not in this to race the clock, but because I like to play this game high. And yeesh. You can get yourself turned around a lot. So, back to where we started. This holiday season has been hard. Part of me thought we were kind of done with this part. I really did kind of think we were done with this part. The morning. A parent who's still alive. And the longer it goes, the more I doubt myself, but I know that I made this decision for the right reasons, and maybe it's not the decision that other people would have made, but it's my decision and I stand by it. Sometimes because it's my decision, it feels like I'm not allowed to grieve it. But I am. I'm allowed to grieve the relationship I lost. The person who I don't want this to be about processing my dad even more, but it's what I need. There's not enough time to tell the whole story right now. I'm sure it'll come in bits and pieces, depending on what I need to process that day. The hardest part of grieving someone who's still alive is that you don't have to be grieving it. You shouldn't have to be grieving it, but it would be so simple. It really would. It would take work and it would be hard. But it would be simple. Overall, when it really comes down to it, it would be hard conversations and pain. It would be painful. But it is better to just not talk about it than have a relationship with me. Am I really missing out on somebody who truly cares about me, who has my best interest at all I wanted was a difficult conversation. Literally, that's all I want. But honestly, multiple difficult conversations. And I ask myself really often lately that doesn't he ever wonder why I still have a relationship with my mom? Because not that he knows what our relationship is, but he knows that we talk and I don't talk to him. Because even though she's not the person I want her to be and that she could be, and she's not, we have a lot of healing to do and we could do it, but it's hard. And I'm not going to keep my mouth shut, but I'm not going to push. You bet your ass I'm not going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to say things that are uncomfortable, and that's her choice to still spend time with me. But I'm not going to be an asshole about it as best I can. I am only human. Anyways. Jesus. Talking to Sharon. I should finish my thought about my mom. But we're not close. We're not close. We could be. Maybe. I don't know. That is another story. But the reason I have a communicative relationship, the reason I see my mom on holidays is because she showed up to the conversation. She was defensive, but she eventually let her guard down a little. A little. But she did. And like I said, she showed up. He refused to do even that. And as far as I'm concerned, that's the bare minimum you can do as a parent for your children. And it just doesn't feel like it's a lot to ask. Is it? Is that a lot to ask? Maybe I'm being unreasonable. I sure as hell don't feel like I am. And it hurts so hard because I have to set this boundary because I'm willing to have a bullshit relationship with my mom. And let's be honest, it's bullshit. We don't talk about anything that matters. I would like to, but I'm not offering anything that's not asked anymore because when I do offer, it hurts more because I don't get anything. I took ketamine a minimum of one time a month to help with my depression and my PTSD. And the only question I ever got was, how often are you going to do this? Are you going to do this for your whole life? That's it. That's and that's why I know that I'm making the right choice. Because it just hurts too much to be around them. it hurts more to be around them than it does to not be. But he didn't even bother to show up to the conversation. And that's why I don't talk to him. Because that is my boundary. You don't have to do anything, but there are consequences to what you do and to what you don't do. And I explained so many times why it mattered to me to have the conversation. And all I got met with was, why does it matter to you to have this conversation? Why are you insisting on this? And I'm like, I've that was a conversation, Brian, and I had a lot. Is what is unclear here? How could I not be more clear? How could I not be more clear? It sounds right in my head, but when I say it out loud, it doesn't sound right. And I think that you know what I mean, and so I'm not going to try to figure it out because I am high and very emotional, and it's really not some thing I need to be spending my processing power on. Felix. All right. I'm going to pause so I can let the dog out because I am overstimulated. I also blew my nose. I have 3 dogs. They are my coping mechanisms. Let's be honest. That's exactly what they are. They are beings that require me to keep living because even though we don't actively want to do anything, life is fucking hard. There's absolutely no discussion. And sometimes, what's it all fucking for? But at the end of the day, you have to find something for it to be for. And try to be the best person you can be. I mean, try to make as big an impact as you are capable of. Even if it's small. Right? It's anything. Because otherwise, what is a fucking point? Other than dogs. I've got 3. Charlie, he's a German Shepherd, Amstaff, American Staffordshire Terrier. Brian and I got him in 2015, right after I graduated college, and we moved in together, except actually we got him. That's the story. Anyways, not important right now. Don't get even further sidetracked. He was 2 or 3-ish when we got him. We didn't know his breeds, but he looks like a German Shepherd as far as his coloring goes. I was not knowledged in the bully breeds. I was not very informed. Knowledge. Hi, brain. I was not very informed in those years about the bully breeds, but I absolutely love them. But I also absolutely love a bunch of other breeds because all dogs are amazing, truly. And Felix is a German Shepherd Rottweiler. We got him as a puppy. He was surrendered to the shelter, and he was surrendered by a breeder, so they say. because the puppies got parvo and they couldn't afford it, which I understand it is very expensive because, of course, it is. All things dogs is expensive. Well, all things medical is expensive. Welcome to the United States. Anywho'sville. Yes, that is something I occasionally say. Probably more when I'm high. It's been a minute since I've said it recently. I have Sharonisms, just things that I say all the freaking time. But no, I'm not neurodivergent. I haven't been medically diagnosed. Anywho's, stop. I should be playing Pikmin. I'm just sitting here watching them pluck pieces of grass so that they can drink the pollen. So he is a puppy. We got there. And he's so cute and small. Now he's like 99 pounds. I would never have guessed from his puppy. I've seen a lot of puppies. I did foster. We fostered dogs. I absolutely love it. It makes me feel like I'm doing something good in the world without having to interact with too many people because people are so exhausting. But I also did interact with people occasionally. It forced me to interact with people occasionally, and that's what also made it good. But yeah, absolutely love fostering. We're not doing it right now. That's another story. Poor Felix. Things that you have to know about Felix is he's freaking goofy. He is a Rottweiler. So bouncy and just a freaking goof. So we do call him Goofy, but it fits him. Brian, actually, not only does it fit him, but he loves it. He picked it, actually. Not he loves it. I don't know how he feels about it. Now, as a grown-up dog. Anyways, oh, he's 7. Didn't say that. Charlie's 13. I feel like I said that. It's fine. Felix pulled his CCL, which is his dog ACL, and tore his meniscus in one of his knees. Do not ask me which one. I can't even remember what ankle I had surgery on when I was in high school. Weird as heck. Even when I do see the scars, which they're pretty light by now, it's hard to find them sometimes. But when they're like having a day, I can never remember even after I've seen it. It's like it immediately leaves my mind. It's weird. Maybe because it's traumatic. I don't remember anything from that time period. I feel like I was in so much pain. That is probably also a topic for another time. Definitely not right now. Moving on. Poor... That's funny. We got to that because I was talking about poor Felix. Gosh, I relate to him so much. That poor guy. He's in so much pain all the time. I wish I could do something for him. Anyway, he had surgery on his leg, and then literally like the week after the 12-ish weeks of healing happened, he tore his other one, the one on his other leg, and so he had to have another surgery immediately. He has arthritis in his hip. Because of that, it's common. He didn't completely tear the meniscus in the second knee, so that is good, at least. But he's still in a lot of pain, and it makes him barky, and it's so triggering to me when he barks. But I also, like, you can't get mad at him because he's in pain. So I understand what it's like being a parent, kind of, because sometimes I do get mad at him. And it is traumatic for him. Ugh. Sometimes I feel like even as a dog parent, I suck. It is easier than being a real parent. I feel like me not having children is a responsible choice, people. My kid would be so autistic because Brian and I are so autistic. And I couldn't handle it. I truly couldn't. And you can say that it makes me a bad person. I don't think it does. I think it makes me means I understand my limits, my limitations, but yeah, it's truly the responsible thing to do is to not have kids. So there's another thing about me. I don't want to have kids, but I do have dogs and I absolutely love them. So that's what you need to know about Felix. I don't even care if I kill Pikmin, honestly. Ugh, I love playing this way because it's fun, but it's also so low pressure. Milo is baby number 3. He's a Craigslist dog. And I know it sucks, but also he is my soul dog a little bit. Like, I hate saying that sometimes, but it's true. He is. I feel like I really rescued him from a situation that probably wasn't great. I have no proof other than just his mannerisms. And sometimes, dogs are just like people and they hold their parents' trauma. There's generational trauma in dogs. And so it could be that. But he needed us and I needed him. I'm so grateful that I had him when everything with my family was happening because it would have been a lot more difficult to keep to persevere. Yeah. Anyway, he is. I said Felix was 7, so Milo is 6. Yeesh, dates are so hard for me. Like years. Although I don't know, Milo's got you a date, and that's sad. Years are hard for me to remember. History, dates. History is not my subject. Just don't remember those things. Sorry, rant. Is that a kitty? Oh yeah, we have 2 cats too. Anyways, he's a boxer healer. And yeah, without getting like too much into his personality and history, that's Milo in a nutshell. Not that you can put Milo in a box. Yeah. We call him Boogie. That's his nickname. Charlie's Bubba. That's kind of generic. Every dog is a little bit of Bubba. Um, yeah, there's a cat asking to come in. these hoes. I have a security blanket water bottle. A security water bottle. It goes everywhere with me. And places that don't allow you to bring your own water inside, I get why they don't, but I still find it to be incredibly stupid. Because then, I mean, capitalism, right? Because if they let you bring in your own water bottle, then you won't be required to buy theirs. Gross. Anyway, another Sharon rant. See, it's hard to be around me. I'm all over the fucking place. I guess that's another thing you should know about me. I've referenced it multiple times. I do not make friends very well. And I get it. I get why. I'm fucking hard to be around. I'm so grateful to Brian for... He's so empathetic. No, that's not the right word. I don't have the word right now, and it'll take me too long to find it. What am I doing? What was that? Wait. Oh my god, I left 33 behind. That's a lot. Yeesh. That is also something I say lately. I don't know. I don't know how my brain comes up with these things sometimes. It just does. There's no controlling it. Yeah, Brian is my partner. We have been together for... Jesus. I told you I'm not good with 20. No, stop. See, I'm doing too many things at once. I was fighting creatures and trying to talk, and what was I thinking? Okay, we've been together for... I just got a text from a friend. My friend is pregnant, and I'm so excited for her. I know she'll be a great parent, and I have a lot of thoughts on that. That's for another time. I love her so much. She's a great person. So is her husband. I only hang out with great people. Just genuinely good people who try to do their best and are weird and fun. Sorry, I'm sad about friends right now. 2, which is a whole other topic. I'll do a different video on that because it's a whole other topic. Well, same topic, but because the topic is loneliness. But right now we're on the family one. The family lonely rant. Okay, sorry, brain. We got married. Oh, no, we started dating in 2014. So we've been together for 11 years? No. Yeah. Jeez, I feel like I'm too young to be with somebody for 11 years. No way. Like, I know it's weird how much don't think about the date that you start dating. Like, why do we celebrate the wedding so much? I know that that's the time that you declare to other people in a very traditional way that you plan on spending your life with each other, but why do we put so much on that date? We've been together for like 11 years, 10 years. It's been 11. It's weird. It's crazy to me. Sorry. But we've been married for 8. See, I know that one. Stupid. Sorry. Rant. He's great. I'm very lucky to have found somebody like him. Truly, he is not perfect. He is absolutely flawed, but that is what I love about him because he is a human being and I love most of his flaws. Hey, come on. Some things bug the shit out of me, but vice versa. Um, he's currently not working. I am the only one making money, and it's stressful. I have an inheritance, but I'm saving it. I've spent 10,000 of it to become a dog trainer, like formally trained. That's a different conversation we can talk about later. But I'm committed to not spending it until it's going to pay for the dream. It's going to pay for the life that I want to live. I'm not willing to touch it unless absolutely necessary. Obviously, I'm not going to end up on the streets if that's how it came down. But I am stressed about money, but I shouldn't be. We're fine. We are spending within our means. We're good at being frugal even when we don't have to be. So we can be frugal when we do. And I got a little bit more inheritance literally yesterday, and a little bit is a little bit. Every bit counts, right? That's that's the not high way to say that. Oh no, I'm missing a pigment. That's the worst. That is one pigment death I will not allow. The lazy one. Anywho, but I also don't want him to work because, first of all, he's happier. Like, he is. Like, really, I always say that it's because I don't want to have to cook and clean, but I do kind of miss cooking, honestly. And, like, he's really grown as a cook, but we cook differently, right? And so, sometimes I miss the types of food that I would normally make, but he makes good food. So, which is why I don't I don't cook. It's on par. Just different flavors usually than I would make. I would. Anyways, moving on. I've said that already. See that? Oh, I also have a tendency to over-explain myself, especially if I start feeling that I'm stupid, and then I get self-conscious, and then I start over-explaining myself more. It probably has nothing to do with me feeling like I wasn't heard as a child, but who knows? Maybe it does. It is extremely triggering for me to feel that way also. And I would say that that's my most common trigger is to feel like I'm not being heard. My God. I will get through talking about, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of done talking about my dad, actually. So I guess this is a get to know me section. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks not having a parent, and it sucks not having a parent during the holidays, and it feels like, no! I'm gonna lose pigment to the sunset! No! Get there! Get there! No! Ah! Yes! That is satisfying, right? That's why we play video games. Dopamine hit! Woo, woo, woo! Okay. See? This is why it's hard to talk to me. I'm sorry. I should stop saying that. You're right. I said it enough. You heard it the first multiple times. But I have to. It's this inherent need to justify myself. God. It is not my best quality. Brian is an amazing human being. He's put me through a lot. I put him through a lot. We've put each other through a lot. I didn't mean to say he put me through a lot, but we did have a really difficult time, and we could very easily not still be married. Yeah. Story for another time, but I told one person. I said it out loud to one person that Brian and I were going to get divorced because we both don't want to live with we were not good for each other. And that's all I'll say about that for now. But we are now. And that feels really good to say. Yeah, it feels really good to say. Yeah. Yeah. We have definitely had our difficulties, but we've managed. And that's kind of all you can do in life. And if you can find somebody that you can stand to manage around and grow with, because truly, sometimes I do not like that man. But I always do. I'm lucky. I am. And he's lucky because he married a strong, independent woman. That's why he's lucky. And I'm lucky because I found a sensitive, autistic weirdo who has taken the time to understand me, not just know me. I feel like I just know a lot of people. But I would like to be. This is also a thing about me. I've never said this out loud to anyone I said this part out loud to a couple of people, but it's not something I talk about regularly because I still need to process some of it, I think. But I've said it to a couple people where sometimes I feel like I want to be polyamorous, except I really fucking don't because it sounds like so much work. And like, I just do not. have the energy. And I admire people who do, because God, it's hard. But what I want is community. I want to have people that feel like family. They're chosen family, right? I want chosen family. The people who I would love to spend time with almost all of the time. And that's why I do not want to be polyamorous, but also, like, not the actual polyamory, just the commitment to spending that time and effort and emotional capacity that it takes to get to know someone. I want more of those relationships in my life, and it's probably because I don't really have a family. I mean, I have a family. I have people who I talk to for holidays, birthdays, sometimes more often, usually not. We wouldn't hang out with each other if we weren't blood. And you know that because we don't hang out with each other unless it's an occasion. We hang out with each other so that we can get each other gifts, spend money on each other, I guess. Capitalism. Yeah. Oh, you suck. I mean, I would like to want to spend time with those people. I really would, but so I guess I'm not done with family. Because I've got two brothers. I am the middle child between two boys. I am bullheaded and autistic, and definitely not diagnosed as a kid. I doubt it crossed anybody's mind. Because, high functioning female. The bitch inside my head just said, "You're the strongest person I know." Because my mom would say that to me, and it always just felt like so much fucking pressure to hold it together all the time. And I know how she meant it. But the voice in my head just said that. Just always just not quite good enough, Parents, I do not. It's a hard job. Period. I don't want it. I do not want it. And I respect those who have it. But it's hard as the as a high functioning autistic middle child who has their own opinion and is not afraid to share it, and grew up feeling like I had to be perfect. Not because it was explicitly stated, because it could always be better. Almost like a you'll never get a 5 out of 5 on your review because you could always do better. Fuck off with that bullshit. Yeah, I could be better. Like, I could, yeah. Seriously, fuck off with that bullshit. Anybody, literally, nobody who I have almost ever worked with will say, they may not have liked me. Nope, we can't mesh with everyone. That is perfectly fine. That is also trauma. Work trauma. Work trauma is so fucking stupid. So many built up, pent up emotions in me all of the fucking time. And that's how I know I have complex post traumatic stress. Because even the smallest things remind me of this deep trauma that I felt. It's not even trauma, it's betrayal after betrayal after betrayal. And people being truly who they are because people kind of suck. And pretending that they don't is bullshit. People suck. We're assholes. We're self-interested. Some of us, many of us, try to do the best we can, and we still suck. I mean, let's be honest. I'm under no delusion of I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and not just because of my autism. Sometimes, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like a bitch, but I can be very straightforward, and it is a turnoff for people. Anywho, it's fine. I just wish I was more people's cup of tea. You know, like I don't have to be everybody's, but could I be like some people's? I have friends, and I have amazing friends. But sometimes they feel more like best acquaintances. Came up with that term tonight. That we care deeply about each other. We want each other to like we care deeply about each other. But also like I have my own life. I have my own family. I have my own stuff going on, which we all do, but like we have stuff going on. And what's the point of having stuff going on if we're not sharing it with people? Then it's monotony. Every single time I talk about work, my younger brother rolls his eyes. And it's like, I get passionate about things that I care about, which means I talk about them. And sometimes it means that I'm working with fucking imbeciles. But I am working with fucking imbeciles sometimes. I mean, not imbecile. Well, some of them, but most of them aren't. They're good intended, flawed people. Well intentioned, flawed people. But God, it can be annoying to work with people. I mean, obviously, people, they're not perfect. And they're always doing something that you would not expect because we don't have the same brains, we don't have the same experiences. And it's so easy to judge people because they make decisions that aren't the ones that you would make, as if your lived experience is theirs. But it's still so fucking annoying. God, sometimes. Anyways, with work, I am efficient. I have amazing attention to detail. Autism. Probably autism. I don't know. Okay. This is another internal battle I'm having. Let's just like list the internal battles I'm having. I feel like I'm obviously fucking autistic, but like, am I autistic? I don't know. I'm like gaslighting myself about being autistic because I've been medically gaslit my entire life. And so, yeah. I don't think topic for another time. Jesus. the problem is that these things get to me so deeply that they sometimes fucking consume me. And then, as tonight, as you can see, I haven't dealt with them, which is why they're all coming up right now, which makes me hard to follow. It makes me cuss more. It makes me more emotional. And I'm not emotional because I'm a woman. I'm emotional because I'm not processing my feelings. And who of the genders, whatever, we're fluid. But as far as traditional senses go, the genders is more emotional, is the one who is most famous for suppressing their feelings. Yeah, okay. Society is so traumatic. Just to live in. It's disgusting. We are in the bad timeline, people. Anyway, that's our show. Thanks for joining. Until next time, I'll have a follow-up probably immediately after this about probably more family trauma, because I really didn't. Oh, let me just real quick. I'm going to wrap this up real nice and quick. Older brother, he's a good person. He needs to deal with his shit. Love him and I hope the best for him, but I could have an actual relationship with him, but he's not in a place to have a relationship with me. I'm a lot, and it makes me sad. It is what it is. And my younger brother, we're closer in age. We spent more time together growing up, and it was always, and I don't know, but I wonder if he felt like he was compared to me sometimes, and maybe that's why we butt heads so much, or if it's just because we're siblings. There's probably something deeper to it, but I don't know. We've never really gotten along. It's not even that we haven't gotten along. We've just never been close. And I think he has a lot of anger. I don't know what it's about. How could I? I don't know what his experience in life has been. I mean, we had different parents, right? Like, I don't know. But he's grown up a lot. I've seen that. And he's his partner, who is a female, they seem like they could be good for each other. I'm hopeful for them, and I hope that'll be good for his character. He's a good person, but I mean, he needs to deal with his shit, but in a different way than my older brother does. Yeah. Like, maybe less dire. He sees me for the person who I used to be. He doesn't see me for me, and I'm hoping that this relationship will help him with that. I mean, I'll have to get closer to her, but we'll see how open she is to that. I don't know. I'll try. Because if she is going to be my future in-law, I would like to be friends with her. It would be nice. So we'll see if we have personalities that mesh enough. Maybe we'll be good acquaintances and not friends. We talk to each other regularly, but we don't know what's going on in the other person's life currently. Yeah. So those are my brothers. We're young, so hopefully there's hope. Hopefully we all grow in a positive direction and become the best versions of ourselves. Meet each other where we're at. I don't think my family knows who I am. And that makes me really sad. I know my family doesn't know who I am. It makes me really sad because the American family is, well, idolized, kind of. I mean, on TV and shit. But it still hurt. I mean, we want connection. At the end of the day, we all want connection. That's why we keep talking to each other and doing things together. And anyways, we'll see you next time.